Well, all right, everybody, come on, welcome in. But first, bring your energy, because it's time for the Sandra Show! Yeah.
Welcome to the Sandra Show. Y'all make some noise for one of the baddest bands in the land. Our band for the culture.
Hey.
Fellas, how y'all doing?
Hey, sis, I like that.
Come on, baby, it's hump day.
OOTBB. One of the baddest bands. I like that.
That's right. Listen, y'all go ahead and we need y'all to get comfy.
Yeah.
Grab your bubbly beverage or your hot chocolate and let's get this show started. We gonna get it started. Woo! Okay, so first of all, if you didn't know, now you do. It is Black History Month.
Yeah.
And man, I can truly say that our American Black brothers and sisters really helped pave the way of entertainment in cinema. Y'all, can we talk about this?
Yeah, sis, go ahead and tell it like a T.I. is.
Oh, I'm gonna tell it like it is. Go ahead, Luke, hit it.
I got you.
Woo! This is the blues. Oh, yeah. Thank you, fellas. All right, now, I need y'all to lean in close. Tonight, we talk legends, not just social media posts. Black cinema ain't lucky, it ain't fate. It's barriers kicked down at the industry gate. Sidney Poitier stood calm and strong. First Black man best actor, y'all. He proved them all wrong. Miss Hattie McDaniel in 1940, grace profound. First Black Oscar winner, still segregated in the room she found. Now Halle Berry cried, "This moment is so much bigger than me."
Yes, she did.
First Black Best Actress on live TV.
That's live history.
Oh, yes, indeed. Now, Denzel Washington did it twice, still in his frame. Glory to Training Day. Y'all better put some respect on his name. Now, Chadwick Boseman wore a crown worldwide. Black Panther wasn't film. Y'all know what it was? It was pride amplified. Now, let's move on to this queen, Viola Davis. Oh, yeah. Viola Davis, Triple Crown reign, Oscar, Emmy, Tony, excellent sustained.
That's elite company right there.
Yes, it is, John. Elite, like Angela Bassett, power in her tone. Black womanhood heavy on the throne. Now, Will Smith, y'all, that's box office flame. King Richard sealed it for him, baby. It was Oscar acclaim. Morgan Freeman's voice made silence bend. Samuel Jackson stacked billions end to end. Now James Earl Jones, breath and command. Cinema shook when he took a stand.
Oh yeah, you sure shit there, man.
Huh? What did you say?
That's what I said.
Yeah, you said it. Exactly, Luke. Now, Spike Lee framed truth and heat. Cicely Tyson, Harry Belafonte, baby, they built the seat.
Maybe they built the whole door.
Yes, they did, Chris, and so much more. Come on, Luke, give it to us.
Well, I got you.
Woo-hoo! Well, these were firsts that shattered the gate. Oscars that rewrote our fate.
Yeah.
Crowns in melanin, ooh, light. Truth frame bold in plain sight. Triple crown, billion reign. Breaking chains, frame by frame. Script once locked, now in our hand. Black cinema helped build this land. This is the blues news. Anything can happen in a day. Yeah. Well, we gonna do it again, same time, same place, and we'll do it the Sandra Show. Well. Yes, when I tell you.
Woo!
All right, y'all. It's that time where we're going to sip our tea and side-eye just a little bit. Now, we need y'all to grab your cup, sit up straight, and let's sip responsibly because some of this tea is really hot.
We can tell.
All right. So,
Tea time.
it's tea time. Come on. Woo! It is officially tea time. Now, y'all, is this really what we're doing? This was supposed to be a serious House Judiciary meeting about the Epstein files, right?
Yep.
And the survivors were literally standing in the room. Wow. Now, Representative Pramila Jayapal asked them to stand and raise their hands if they hadn't met with the Department of Justice yet. And every single one of them stood up, raised their hands. And y'all, that's not small. But instead of that being the focus, it turned into a combat mode. Y'all, the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, called it theatrics. She corrected Representative Becca Balint with, "I am Attorney General," after being called secretary by mistake. And Balint shot back, "Excuse me, honey, I couldn't tell that you're the Attorney General." Oh my God.
Shots
Listen,
fired.
and somewhere in there, we got washed up loser lawyer from the Attorney General too. So I'm just asking, are we answering questions or just swinging so we don't have to? Because 5 hours later, it felt like we went in circles, and y'all know where we went? Absolutely nowhere. What is it good for?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. When I tell you, did y'all see any of this going
I
on?
didn't see it, but just and see it in quotations, just the name calling.
Yes.
Like,
Come on, there you go.
it's like, I can't say
It's unbelievable.
It's
This is
unbelievable.
worse than trying to like solve a problem between my children.
Hey, that's
you know,
what Sean
it's like,
did.
are we not professional adults? They have some of the most important jobs in the world. All right, so now let me tell y'all something. El Paso's airport shut down because officials, including Attorney General Pam Bondi,
Dang.
I'll say allegedly, but yeah.
Okay.
They said that a Mexican cartel drone was flying near Fort Bliss. Now, military lasers, you got me with that one. Military lasers got deployed. People were like, is this a movie? What's happening? And then, plot twist.
All right.
The object they shot down was a party balloon.
Whose party?
It wasn't the Mexican cartel's party.
Okay.
Now, yes, the military has been testing new counter-drone tech out there, allegedly. But baby, grounding flights and firing lasers just to find out it was somebody's birthday decoration floating too high? That's not a tactical strike. That's a birthday intervention. Y'all messed up their party. And very much so, it is crazy.
Talk about
Can you imagine
wasting taxpayer money.
when I tell you,
I bought them lasers.
what if you were having a party for your child and all of a sudden
Shoot 'em.
you hear up in the air and the party balloons are down on the ground?
These are lasers. This is like future tech, military tech.
Or even lasering.
What
They
is
shot-
this?
Oh my
It's kinda
gosh.
interesting though.
That's
You
just
know?
too much, man.
It is absolutely too much.
Yeah.
Okay, and so with that being said, y'all, let's get on into chit chat because we have an amazing guest today. Family, some men learned early that awareness meant survival. Thank you so much. Some learned to scan rooms before they learned to dream. Learned to watch exits before they learned to rest. Learned to survive before they ever learned to even feel. And when survival keeps you alive long enough, it can quietly become your personality. Tonight isn't about gangs. It isn't about glorifying chaos. It's about what happens when hyper-vigilance saves your life, but won't let you live it. This is when survival becomes your personality. Y'all, please welcome to the Lavender Couch, the one and only Mr. Richard Rodriguez! Woo! Hey! Come on! Hello there! Oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. Please have a seat. Always remember you can count on you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
I appreciate you having me on your show.
We're honored to have you here. So take us back to the first moment you realized you couldn't relax anymore. When did survival become your default setting?
I would say it started when I was about 8 years old. I'm from the Bronx. I grew up in Bronx River Projects.
From the Bronx. Okay, Chris, aren't you? You see that?
Right in Bronx River? Oh, I got some family from there.
That's it right there.
I was looking, I said, what'd you say?
Yeah. I knew that was going to stir him up. Go ahead, please continue.
So growing up in Bronx River, I saw the transition of gang culture growing up. So in my building, it was controlled by the Zulu Nation. So if you know Africa Bambaataa, he was one of the pioneers for hip hop. They used to control those buildings. And by the late 90s, that's when the blood started coming out of jail, and that's when they started wreaking havoc, and I got caught up in the mix of that. So
when the blood started coming out of jail, please explain that to me.
Yeah, so the Bloods
the gang.
The gang, yeah.
They start coming out of jail.
Yeah, they started coming out of jail.
They all went in at the same time or something? Just help me out. I'm sorry. Like what?
I feel you, though, sis.
Right? I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah, so the East Coast Blood started in jail on Rikers Island. So after internal war inside of the jails, as they started coming out of jails, it started spewing onto the streets.
Wow. Thank you so much. We needed that. So you said that hypervigilance kept you alive. At what point did being alert stop being a tool and started becoming who you were?
I would have to say, as I started getting older and I started aligning myself with purpose.
Older than 8.
Older than 8,
because this was introduced to you when you were 8 years old.
When I was 8 years old. So once I started becoming older and I knew that certain things needed to change and all of those things, I was constantly in trouble, always in trouble. So growing up in a single mother home and stuff like that, my father wasn't around, there was no guidance. So immediately, once my mother could afford to get out of New York City, she moved us to Florida. So that's when things started to calm down. I started to realign myself with a lot of things, became more family oriented. And then right after that, I went into the military.
Really?
Right after high school.
How old were you when you moved to Florida?
16.
16. So you spent 2 years in Florida and then you went to the military. What branch?
I went into the Army.
The Army. Thank you for your service.
Yes, ma'am.
That's incredible. So you got out of all of that mess. I hate to say just moms, but you said you came from a single mom family. When they just realize, I got to get my family out of here. Whether you're a single mom or a single dad, you just make that move and then look where it takes you.
Yes,
you're just right on the right path. So when you left the streets for the military, what mindset followed you that the uniform couldn't change?
More or less, I couldn't.
Look at you.
Yeah,
you better go ahead.
I couldn't figure out what to align myself with while I was in the military. I still was a knucklehead, still was in that mental mind state of street. And I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do while I was in the military, what purpose that I had. And I had a mentor while I was in there, and he decided to take me under his wing. So I had that fatherly figure to show me what it is to become a productive man, to get out of that knucklehead kind of thing.
Yes.
So that's what really gave me alignment and purpose. And being in the military, I was always into real estate. So when I bought my first property, I was only 19 years old.
Wow,
and
that's incredible.
It was during my first tour in Afghanistan.
Really?
So after that, I loved real estate after that.
So you just decided to pursue real estate. We're going to get into that soon. So let's talk about when you became a father.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell us when that happened? What survival habits did you realize you didn't want your son to inherit? Look at that, he's so cute.
And as a matter of fact, my son is going to be 13 tomorrow.
Really?
His birthday is tomorrow.
Happy pre-birthday to your son. That's incredible. Can we say his name out loud?
Jessiel.
Jessiel, happy birthday to you. He's waving, y'all. He's in the audience. So adorable, indeed.
Appreciate it.
So what did you not want your son to inherit?
I didn't want him to inherit anything.
Oh, wow.
And my son is autistic. So when I first found out, well, I was 22 when I had my son. And then when he was about 3 years old, that's when we started noticing things that just didn't feel right. So we took him to doctors, we took him to specialist neurologists, and that's when they gave us the diagnosis that he was autistic.
Wow.
So it hit me to the core. It was like, what do I do? How do I deal with this, especially growing up and how I did? How do I figure out what to do to benefit him in every aspect of his life?
Correct.
So I dedicated, after I shook the emotional decision, that's when I started just reading books. I started watching podcasts of how I could help my son the best way possible.
Wow. Lately, I've been seeing a lot of videos on social media about children who are on the spectrum, who have autism, etc. And it's very interesting to see how beautifully parents are learning how to nurture and teach autistic children how to integrate into society.
Right.
How did that work for you and your wife?
Well, I got divorced, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
I got divorced pretty young, so
I feel you.
So I
did too, child. It's okay. That first wives club I was in. You was the first husband's club.
Yeah, right,
Okay,
right.
go ahead.
So a lot of the stuff I had to figure out on my own.
I understand.
So once I got out of the military, I got full custody of him. So he's 100% mine.
That's incredible.
So every little small detail in which the military helped me, because discipline in every aspect. I got to get up early in the morning and I have to do this. Is the time that we eat. That's the same schedule that I have my son on. And with children with autism, they need that. They need
routine.
They need routine. So I purposely put routine in everything that he does. What time that he gets up, what time that he brushes his teeth, everything. It's a strict routine with him.
I love that. In the mornings when he wakes up, what is one thing that he has to do?
The first thing that he does is jump up, he starts singing, and then he runs and gets his iPad. That's the first thing that he does.
That's so awesome. I love that. So family, before the discipline, before the structure, before the success, there was a boy who learned to stay alert, a boy who couldn't afford softness, who scanned rooms before he made friends, and who built armor before he built dreams. Tonight isn't about the man who figured it out. It's about the version of him who thought survival was the only personality he was allowed to have. So this letter isn't to the strong one. It's to the boy who had to become strong too fast. This is Dear Me. Would you please, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am. So, dear Richard, God has a purpose for you way before you knew what it was. I didn't have to save anyone or protect with violence because it cost me my youth. I'm not afraid or ashamed of what I've done to survive, but it molded me to be the father I needed to be. Ricky, you are a great dad.
Oh, it's beautiful. You are a great dad. Based on everything you've shared with us, I don't know how you could be any better than what you are. You're welcome. You're welcome. What did it feel like writing to the younger you? Writing to you.
Feels like I'm in a time machine, just standing face to face talking to myself. And I needed that. Like, I really needed to see myself in the past and know I came a long way, but God did have a purpose for me, and that purpose is my son, and he's sitting in the audience.
Amen.
Right,
he's right there, a living witness and a testimony to what faith will do.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. So what would the little boy, the little Richard, say back to you if he could?
Ooh, that's tough. He would say, give me a hug, and I know you made it.
Wow. Do you think that's all Richard needed back then?
That's all that I needed from my father.
From your father. Did you ever get to meet him?
Yeah, he was there, but not for the developmental stages of my
So
life.
like for your formative years, he was just not there.
No,
when
he
you
was-
needed to turn to him.
Yeah, when I needed someone to teach me to be a man, there was no one there. And my mother did the best that she could, but she can't raise a boy into a man.
When I tell you, I realized that I have 2 boys, and raising 2 boys and 1 girl by myself, every day I was like, oh, I can just do it, I can do it. And then when my eldest son got about 12 years old, I said, I feel like a failure, but God didn't create me to be a man. I can't teach you to be something I don't know about myself.
Right.
So it's a moment of apology and understanding what a child is looking for. I hope that you found that. When did you get to see your dad and develop a relationship?
So my father started coming around right when I would say about 1997. That's when
he's been around for a while.
Yeah, he's been around, but he passed away about 2 years ago of cancer.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But I missed so much time with him, but I was able to give my son that time that he needed with. So once he was dealing with my son, it clicked in his mind, like I missed my own children's life, but I was able to buy it back with my grandson.
With your grandson, with his grandson. That's beautiful.
So.
Ooh, if you, or if you would, take us back to your first real encounter with your dad. What did that feel like? What did you needed to say to him?
I figured out later on after he passed, I was finally told the true story of why my father the way that he was. And my father, he didn't know too much English. And when he turned 18, his number got pulled for the draft in Vietnam. So he was a draft dodger. So he was in hiding for more than 30 years.
Wow.
So
Not hiding from you, but hiding
from everything.
being drafted.
He was afraid of everything.
Wow.
Everywhere that my father walked, he was running. He was almost literally running. And I didn't know that as a kid. It was more like, where were you at? Why you can't take us to the park? Why you can't spend quality time with us anywhere? And it wasn't until
He was afraid.
He was afraid.
Wow.
So he didn't know that there was an amnesty after the Vietnam War, that, hey, you guys could come out now without any repercussions.
No one ever told him the truth.
No one ever told him the truth.
And with you learning the truth after his passing, God rest his soul, did that give you some peace?
It did.
That bring you, yes.
It gave me true understanding, and I knew after I went into the military, it had to hit my father so low that I went.
That you didn't dodge. Ooh, wow. So does that make you say to yourself you were a better man?
Not that I was a better man, it's more of, I understand what happened during the Vietnam War, and from the stories that I was told is that when they were coming back, they weren't respected, they weren't treated right. Veterans are not treated right.
It's so sad.
And that's what my company does, is I help veterans who are coming back and don't have any financial education. They're not loved, they're not respected. Once you put down the uniform, it's not you're putting down your identity, it's you're picking up your new one, your true identity.
I love that. What's the name of your company?
It's called Real Right Consulting.
Real Right Consulting. And you do it the right way.
Yes, ma'am.
That's beautiful. You care about the hearts of our veterans and giving them the next chapter or look at it to see what do you want to do?
Right.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us today.
I appreciate you having me.
It's an honor and a privilege to sit here with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Whew. Y'all, survival will keep you alive, but it was never meant to define you. Being hard might protect you, but peace is what heals you. Tonight we learned that hypervigilance can save a life, but it can't build one. Armor has its season, control has its purpose, but growth happens when a man decides he doesn't have to live on guard forever. Thank you all so much for watching us. God bless you, and we'll see you here again tomorrow for the culture.
All right, now everybody, come on, let's get ready to go. Come on, just scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen. because we've got so much more content for y'all right here only on the Sis Sandra